first we need some kind of repeat loop. So the way you write repeat in Python is for a variable in range, then you write the number you want it to repeat from and the number you want to end plus 1. So we want it to start from 1 and end at 10, so we have written 11. Then we can write print. Let's say you want to print the table of 5 or 4 or something, so you can write 5 times. Now because I is the variable, so it will set the value of I to, from the first time it will go is 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4, and so on. So we can write string I plus equal to string 5 times I. So if we run it now, it should print the table of 5. So let me run it. What's the problem? Delete. So if I run it, it says okay. So I forgot that plus there. So yeah, 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, and so on. It's correct. So I'm sure if you're watching this video, you don't want it to just print the table of 5. So let's make an integer input. Enter a number. So this will take the user's input and give us a numbers to perform calculations on. Let me just replace it with yes. So the input we are having here is called a plus and string a. So we have finished it. Thanks for watching. You have finished part 1. This was what we left with. So now when we said eval, if we don't enter a number, it will give us an error. To prevent that from happening, let me just show you what it looks like. So if I enter a, it's not a number, so it won't be able to convert it into an integer, and this will show me this error, and it's name error. Name a is not defined. But if I enter a number like 3, it won't show me any error. So to prevent that ugly error coming up, I need to use a statement called try. Now what try does is, if your program has any errors, it will go to another loop called except, and the except loop, here we make except, and now there are multiple types of error. Like we just saw, the error that we just saw was name error. So for except to work, we need to define the type of error we expect to show up. So if you want to do a method like to include all the errors, we can use the function called exception. This function includes all the errors that can possibly happen. So if this thing happens, it will print you have to enter a number. So if I play it now and enter anything, like I entered A, you have to enter a number. 2, it gives me the answer. Any multiplication or such sign, you have to enter a number. Okay, so now, but like you just saw that it stops when except, it comes to except and then prints that and stops. Now it's not compulsory that your audience just wants to know one number, one table. So what we can do is we will go here, let me just put it under the try and the except one here under the try. Yes. So if we go there, and we can use another loop, and that loop is called while true. This loop runs until you use a statement called break. If we use that, it will exit this loop. So if when this comes to except, it will continue. So it will go back to this loop, try, enter a number, and then printing the table. Now we should also go on that loop for things like if we want to know another table, so we can make another input statement. So for the input statement, let me make another variable. I will call that A or B equal to input. Remember, we don't write eval this time because we don't want it to convert into a number. We don't want to convert it into a number. So do you wish to restart? Y or N? Do you wish to restart? Y or N? Let me just put these here. Yes. So it will take another input, store it into this variable. So now we can write an if statement. If b is equal to, if b is not equal to null, which means we have a value for b, then we want to check again. If b is equal to, if b is equal to y or v is equal to small y, then we want to continue. And if b is equal to n or b is equal to small n, then we want it to break. As I told you, break will exit you out of this while true loop and it will stop this whole program. And there could be another scenario where the user doesn't enter anything like that. He enters V or B or A or something like that. Then we can print invalid input. So now if the user enters an invalid input, I generally like to stop the program right there, or you could just restart the program if you want. And like if the program just starts without saying anything, that seems a bit unkind. So I will write print and then we can write thanks for playing, or see you soon, or something like that. So if we run it, here enter a number, or telling me problem. If I play this, oh, enter a number. If I remove this code and just write this, it should still work. Let's delete this terminal. If we start my program, let's see what it says. Enter a number, so we wrote continue here, so it said you have to enter a number. Do you wish to restart? No. Thanks for playing. And if we selected yes, it should say you got it, and enter a number again, yes, and you can go on and go on. And for that else one, let's try to enter something that's not defined. So it will say invalid input and it will stop your program right there. So that's the end of this part. So now that we have programmed our calculator to tell us the tables, let's see how it works. So it will ask you to enter a number, you enter a number, or you can enter anything basically until you enter a number. This will keep asking you for that, and here also you can enter anything and stop. No. So this is a very basic calculator and it works just fine. So thanks for watching.